It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. The two of you made your choice.
Bro, let's get straight to it.
And a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. God bless me, gift of God bless me, gift of God bless me, gift of God bless me.
Unattached, I see.
We're back here. We have now two voices instead of one. We have Paranoid and we have Cold now. And our location has completely changed. I've been thinking, and I have been thinking on the fact we should just let her walk. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to yap her. If she doesn't immediately hit me with the whoa like of bad things, then I'll try talking to her a little bit more this time, and then I'll let her walk and just see what happens. Just see what happens. Okay. Oh yeah, the narrator started yapping.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
There.
I'm
Fair
not sure
enough.
how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Oh, and oh.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've killed her. Something else we haven't tried. Turn around and leave. What if we don't go
And she
together?
finds a way out on her own. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right?
Is it?
No, it's strictly worse.
Yeah, I think it's
Why
a little worse.
is that?
Because she probably come running for us,
Because
probably.
it's cowardly, for starters. And because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
That's
The
funny.
only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that. A delusion.
But I tried it.
If you
It
already
didn't do
managed
anything.
to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
No, I didn't though. I didn't though. Explain that.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
2 is already bad enough.
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them. On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
Right. The voice of Cold. He's over it. He is over it.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
This is a completely different.
It isn't long
spot.
before you're steps away from your destination. don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
I don't like any of our options
Yeah, I don't
here.
either.
It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense.
I've been thinking about the message in the beginning, talking about this is a love story. You can't manipulate her, but I wonder if you just ride that train, what happens? But it might be too late because the way I've started the game off. She said, "Oh, you didn't help me escape, and then you murdered me second run. Oh, you thought I was a problem before. I'm gonna really be a problem now." So I just can only imagine what kind of result I'm gonna have now, especially if I play backseat now, and I just like, you know what? I'm just here for a vibe. I'm just here for the vibes.
Maybe letting her out really is the answer.
I don't know.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Right. Let's just go inside.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward.
Also, it's just cold as I don't know what in here, and it's a narrowed
The only
hallway.
furniture of note is... That's strange.
You see the mirror, right?
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time?
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Not really. Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
I don't see any eyes this time, which is weirder.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now.
Oh, the animation change is cool.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
This is it. The mirror's going to go away, and she's going to startle us. We better brace ourselves.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and
She's
frigid
behind us.
coil around your ankle. Your
Oh.
heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Ow!
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them.
Damn.
You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked
Ouchie.
teeth.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me.
Right.
So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you?
Ah!
You do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
Very much so.
And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it.
Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt.
It's already hurting. We
Then
broke
turn
an
off the part
ankle.
of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain. Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition.
Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
You need to explain to yourself why it
Yeah, he
isn't.
said override your brain, bro. He said just use this thingy. Okay. Okay. Wouldn't possessing me make no. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door? She doesn't trust us. I'm a victim, no. I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here, no. Water under the bridge, hell no. Let's do the open the door. Let's just try what she says.
You locked me in a basement and then you killed me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I said I'd talk her ear off. Let's just see what she says. Let's just see. I'm a victim in this because I really don't know what's going on.
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass.
Okay. Fair?
Funny how she says that like it's a bad thing when it's exactly what she's doing right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Something tells me pointing out the irony wouldn't do much to help us.
Right.
You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
Okay.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's
she's like the
body emerges.
the den
Her
mother,
proportions
low
all
key.
wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
She's like the
Her
den
torso
mother.
stretches until her
Whoa.
face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her
Manifest a
head?
rock is crazy.
And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world...
Bro, why are they
out of
giving
luck
her a
too.
Cleveland shot too? Like, this is wild. This is wild.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
What a part of this is fine.
there any conceivable way that this
Right,
is
it's
fine?
not.
Yeah. I'm
Should have
not-
probably talked
This
to
is
her the
fine.
first time.
It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk.
It is fine. Everything is always fine. These
So, if-
consequences have no
if
real impact
the
on
the
us outside of
consequence.
momentary discomfort.
Sorry, talk.
I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough.
So with the consequence of the void giving us a cold character, what is this? Because we have paranoid. I guess fear. I guess it would have to be fear.
Your vision fades
Damn.
as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Ooh, owie. Not get up. Get up how?
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your
Oh, she
vision
possessing
swimming as
me?
the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Oh shit. Oh
So
damn.
cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this. We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin.
We were
Were
gonna.
we?
We can't. We were. This time we were.
was?
Yeah, I would say this time I was gonna let her out. Wait, what do you mean?
And what reasons are those supposed to be?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
That's not what I meant, but... Yeah.
We
Damn.
weren't always like this. I've always been like this. We
Damn.
don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants. Your body,
Ow.
still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
What? Let's just leave. I'm
You
just
tossed the
curious.
last of your
I have
will
a,
aside
I have a
and
weird. This
surrendered
I've never had a
process.
deep sense of curiosity, but this game is I don't know.
I guess that's that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find our freedom on the other side.
No, you're
The end
gonna
is an
die.
end.
We're definitely gonna
Let's see
die
what-
for sure.
Your
Ow.
body inches along the corridor, every step
I'm just
more
so
difficult
deeply
and
curious on
painful
where
than
this
the
is
last.
gonna go.
Your joints stiff and
Especially with the way I
unresponsive,
started
the
it. I wonder if I
shattered
started
bones
a
of your
new
ankle
game
grinding
and do something
ceaselessly,
completely
as if they're
different.
fragmenting, then
Would it change
reforming,
her
then snapping
behavior?
all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
Alright.
But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
Alright.
Please, just let her out. It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met.
Because we on a third run of despair and my ankle is now broken. There is nothing I was gonna be able to do in this scenario anyway.
No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
What the? You just said you couldn't manifest a rock, but you could manifest the hallway being longer. Oh.
It really is, isn't it? Isn't saying all of this his job?
Right. Oh.
He really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us. This is it then. The big
Oh, so he gave
moment.
up. Okay.
Finally, we'll get to see what's really out there.
Okay, so she left. Okay. She's a phantom. Whoa! You are once again separated from everything that had nestled inside your crevices of your life.
We're us again. How interesting.
Yeah, that is
Everything is
interesting.
gone,
Except her.
except her.
What is happening to me?
She got nabbed! What? But you don't have the chance to answer her before something takes her and leaves the mirror in
She's
its
gone.
place.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, what's going on?
He is.
The
Does
ma-
that mean the world ended?
yeah.
He was never going to outlast us. Yeah, no voice needling us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold.
Okay. I think I'm supposed to look at the
Something
mirror.
dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us. And not in a good way.
You're loud too.
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Yeah, I don't know what she
Right.
want either.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone. But I don't.
That's so weird.
Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's just a waste of time.
Okay, so let's go to the mirror.
I'm begging
I
you,
guess.
don't do this.
The mirror never. Right, the
It's
mirror didn't scare
different
you
now.
before.
It feels, I don't know, final.
We might loop, buddy. Isn't we don't got much of a choice. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your. Oh yeah, I want to see what I look like. As you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. What is he? It's you. What is he? My monitor is dark, y'all, so I just see him doing the anime thing. But what is he? He's some type of creature. You're alone in that place. It's empty and quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. That's old girl. That's the princess.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
This looks like something from Elden Ring. The fragile gift of a vessel? Yeah, what's that?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Okay.
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
She's talking about the princess. Is the thing with the arms talking, or is she talking? Yeah, what are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
To be fairly honest, I don't know. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Now she's spitting poetry at me. What's going on? Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
So this is part of the looping process? So I've been here times before, even before the game started. Are you what sent me to say the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
So no. So are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So the princess is cursed by something. I figured that, but they just made her sound like a monarch. And that's what I thought it was originally. I thought the princess was cursed and beyond saving. I'm pretty sure I said that when I started this game. And now oh, this is so interesting. Were you always the princess? Right.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Little. How do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Okay. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair enough. So, what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wait. Oh my goodness. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Oh, no. No! How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. Aren't you? Aren't you scared I'm gonna find a way to? Because that's the whole reason why I'm here.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what's gonna happen?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
That's a perspective and opinion. Oh. You're being semantic, yeah. So what are you gonna do?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay. Yeah, she's just like spitting poetry at this point. Alright. Let's
She
go with
asks
this.
that I tell you to remember her.
Okay.
You won't.
I'm gonna say that's counterproductive. Oh. Everything goes dark and you die. Alright. You said make me forget. You didn't say I'm gonna die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
I
path
gotta step back to chapter
is a
1.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, this game is some heat, man. Wait, this game is low-key fire.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
No, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. Okay, so... let's just... What happens when we just turn around and leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Continue quiet. I'm gonna be like the silent protagonist real quick. I just want to see how the narrator, I want to see how his reactions is gonna start going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the
Oh
world's
my
happy
god.
after all.
Okay. So we got sent back to chapter. Hold on, y'all. I was sitting on my pillow. The first time I was like, okay, I was being a little passive and I was like, I don't know what's happening, so let me just ride this out. Did not work. Then the second time, I just murdered her and it made it worse. So I just wonder, like, let's just talk. Let's just talk to her this time. This time, since we know, like, we're stuck in an infinite loop anyway. So let's just vibe. Let's just talk old girl out a lot. Let's just see how much information we can get, and then we'll go from there. Let's just do a straight up set her free run. Let's just do straight up. Just turn around again. But before I do that, what I just said, I wanna I'll do it again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that?
Yeah,
You're at the
yeah.
cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Alright. Fair enough. Let's go inside. Yeah, and the he really doesn't remember anything either.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The
Alright, we've been
blade
through
is your
this.
implement.
We've been through this. Let's just go in the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
That's a completely different vibe. That's a completely different voice and vibe. This is what I was looking for the first time. So is grabbing the blade a pathway of itself? Is that why she had the attitude? Because that's so interesting. That's so interesting because I don't know where that pathway starts because this is what I was expecting the first time. It didn't happen. The blade itself gotta be its own pathway.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
We'll continue
Good.
to the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Yeah, this is a whole different vibe. This is funny. I wonder, is it the knife though? Or because I asked him a lot of questions before we got to the cabin, but it gotta be the knife. The knife has to be its own path. I believe grabbing that dagger set something up from the beginning. I want to talk. Yeah, I want to talk for a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, she finna get sassy on me? Let's see. Oh, okay. So. Alright. Alright, what's your name?
Oh,
Because last time you didn't want to tell me.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
No, no. So is Princess your name? No. Not
Like
at
I
all.
said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Yeah, she's... Look, she's getting stressed out already.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
How long have you been down here to
Okay,
forget your
that's
name?
weird.
Yeah. What?
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
No, that doesn't even make any sense. Last time, Shadi knew her name. There was a whole different vibe. There was just, or maybe she didn't want to break confidence. She knows she did, or yeah, maybe she didn't know her name, but she's like, I can't let him figure out I don't know my name. That displaces my entire upper hand in the situation. So Shadi probably really don't know her name. Okay, Do. Yeah. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating and drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
How are you living down here, sweetheart?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
How is she alive then? Someone's feeding her. How's that not important to this day?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Okay. I don't know anything about you either. Yeah, you might be locked up here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Uh-huh.
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
She doesn't even have an answer for anything though. She's just like, I don't know, non-verbal almost. It's like these aren't answers. I was sitting here at the slate. Yeah, I was sitting here to slay you. But I wanted to see you for myself.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
So you have a memory loss situation. You can't remember anything.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Right.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Not at all. What are you gonna do if I let
The
you out?
princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
What I do doesn't really matter, right?
What?
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
She said that before.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Right.
I
That's
don't
true.
trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
Right.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Okay, she's getting a little bit more human.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Oh, well, that's just pessimistic. You're a freaking princess. You can order whatever you want.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Yeah, okay, I wonder what this option is gonna give me. It says, what if I just kept you company? Because I just wonder how she's gonna respond. Let's see if she acts positive.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
Mm-hmm.
One way or another,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to find a way out of here. It would
The
make
tone
it easier
switch.
for both of us if you'd
The
help.
tone switch, bro. Look at that. That I knew.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
So if you talk to her for too long, she loses her patience. That's so interesting.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
That's so interesting, bro. This game is so nuts. So, what if I just let her out? Like, that's funny. The tone switched again. This is how we got her the first time. This is so interesting.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Thank you.
enamored.
Thank you. You won't regret this.
She
I
switched
promise.
again. She switched again.
You're making a huge mistake. No, I think you're doing the right thing.
I don't.
You walk
Nothing
up to the
about this is
chains
right.
binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe it's nearby. If there isn't any key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Okay. Oh, we gotta use the knife to
Or
break
if that
the
doesn't
chain.
work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, this is so interesting. So now I'm wondering, should I grab the blade and then cut her free? This is so interesting!
Is someone else here?
No, the narrator did that shit. I'm telling you, Okay, return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
And she's about to tweak.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her hand to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
She did that with no hesitation.
Or we could use it to free her.
No
You
hesitation.
won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess. This is the run we're going with, bruh. This is the run we're going with.
Fine.
We're saving the princess, bruh.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Ooh.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Ooh.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, because she's a
No.
monster, bro.
She didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Ew.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Why look like her whole forearm gone? The only thing that's gone is her wrist.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Okay.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait,
What?
this isn't fair. You can't just
What?
do that.
Yeah, what?
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Got
Stop
it.
that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah, I knew the narrator was no good.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
No, stay back.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Oh, nah.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Not at all. Oh my
Apparently
god.
not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, what?
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Wow. Okay, the damsel.
You're on a path in the woods,
Oh,
and at the end of that path
shoot.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh,
You're here to
shoot.
slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh my god. And now I got so now it's a whole different thing. Cause do I let the narrator in on the fact that I know what's happening? Or do I just play dumb? Like, what's the better thing to do? What's the better thing to do here? Because in this instance, I'm running it back. We know we're having deja vu again, but this time I can just, okay. Because I wonder if I grab the knife first and then try to cut her free, would it change anything? That's so interesting. Or what do I do this time? Oh, this is so interesting. I have to save. I'm gonna overwrite this save because this is the old save from when this happens the first time, and it's the Wrath path through, or the mean playthrough, or her being evil playthrough. I'm gonna hover it over this like that and see what happens. So we'll go back. Go back. I wonder what the better thing to do is. Do I just say nothing and play it forward, or not? Do I just try to save her again and do something slightly different? I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna let him in on the fact I know what's going on. I'm just gonna run the story.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Okay, now we got the voice of the spitting. If you only know what you did to us. Yeah, we're not gonna let him in on it. We're not gonna let him in.
Excuse me?
No, he can hear you!
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart.
Oh my
but
god,
he
you
won't be able to
ruined
withstand
everything!
The power of our
Oh
love.
my god. Oh, bro, he just ruined everything. I didn't want to let him in on it.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better
Right.
kept
Pipe
quiet.
down. Pipe down.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Right. Oh, pipe that down. Pipe that down. I was trying not to reveal anything.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone
Completely
walls
different vibe.
draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach. Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
So am I what's that mythical creature card where you're like half bird, half what's that? Oh, I know. I feel like I know what our character is now. I just don't remember the name of the creature. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna take the blade this time.
You take the blade from the table. I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies. Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. There's no use arguing over motivations right now.
Yeah,
It's
I don't want
good that
the-
you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
I just want to have the knife already. Because if I can just give her the
The
knife,
door to the basement
or you
creaks
see the
open,
she
revealing
sees
an
the tragedy,
intricate
it might change it.
stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, so I grabbed the knife, but the voice
Her
remains
voice.
the same.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Correct.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Yes, we gathered that. We've
You
seen
walk
it
down the
firsthand.
stairs and lock
She
eyes
look,
with
she's
the
drawn
princess.
even
There's a
cuter
heavy
this
chain around her
time.
wrist, binding her
What's
to the
that
far
about?
wall.
I see the drawing difference.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
What?
She may not be able to hear my words.
Oh, 'cause it's-
But surely she can hear my spirit.
Good lord.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Ah.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh, she remembers?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She remembers?
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only
Right.
because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Okay. Yeah, you. Well, we was gonna stab her. That's a stupid question. What happened after I died? Yeah, what happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh, so she was still locked downstairs? Wait, so did the world end?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful
Bro,
lips.
she is like...
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
That's not really a confession, but no, I don't want the world to end. Honestly, the world sucks.
Then I didn't end the world.
That's not an answer.
Confess anything. She is innocence itself.
No, that was a non-answer.
Not so sure.
Yeah, that's not an answer. Yeah, the narrator took over my
If
body.
another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Alright.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. Almost unsettling
unsettling.
extent, actually.
Yeah.
That's because she's perfect.
No.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
That's
She
a thought.
doesn't. There's no one else like me.
We don't know that.
I think he's
You
right.
could be lying.
Because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Okay. I don't want to have to cut you out again.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What?
You say so.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, not at all.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Her whole dress is different, son.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I can't 180 this in the middle of this. I have to stick with the rescue plan. I think after this, I'm gonna do a mixed ball run and see what happens. I think really what I really want to do last time, I want to leave her in the basement like last time, and then when I come back and she's like itching my body, I want to ask her some questions because I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of answers in that area of the game. But we'll see. Let's rescue
No.
the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Crazy.
You wouldn't.
He very much would.
I would.
He would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked.
No, not at all.
I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
That's funny.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat?
Right, like, no.
You know what we'll do if you try it.
Right. Like,
You're going to regret this.
Don't even.
What do we do now?
Go outside, I guess? Alright, what do you want to do?
Guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Look at the little cute drawing. Look how cute she is now. She was so good before. Now she's a joy for you, baby.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
This is funny.
I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
No, actually.
I think I want to leave.
I don't think.
And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Something about a betrayal would probably also would be crazy, but I'm not doing that here. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
But I'm very interested to start doing the mixed bag stuff. I'm very curious.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
Oh my goodness, this is funny.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening.
Right.
You don't have to mope about it.
Right.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
So look at this fool I tricked.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Nothingness.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Right.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Right.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
You finna break down the door?
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
But it's funny.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Correct. I think we could. I think we could open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Love conquers all.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
This is funny.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
This is funny. All we need is each other to be happy. What if we just stayed here and built a life together?
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we need is each other. That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it? Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening. You answered me.
But the door's right there.
Oh, she
You
wanna
can just
go. She wanna leave. Look her eyes. Her eyes.
Why would she
look
say
like
that?
almost outside.
Was she not wooed by our proclamation of love? We not enough for
There's a
her?
lot going on here in these layers.
She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a solution. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
Your nonchalant fate of the. I'm not trying to spin this. I'm not. I'm not trying to. I don't want her to get mad. I don't want her to get a bit mad. I don't want her to get mad. But I do want to. Yeah, I am curious though.
Yes, she is extremely nonchalant about it, isn't she? Need I remind you that the blade is still here, sitting on the basement floor? Please, everyone is
Look, she's
counting.
doubting me now. That's funny.
I think it's too late for that.
But we would have to be here forever. I don't know you. This is really what you want, though, isn't it?
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
She doesn't seem happy about
with
this.
that, yeah.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
You don't know her.
She has a point. She doesn't know us.
Right. She
No.
don't know us.
It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
That sounds like delusion.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? Oh, but I do. What? What is he doing?
Is he about to pull the heart
We
out
can't
of his
see
chest?
unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
We should have just left. We should have just
Oh,
left.
no.
We
What
should
are
have
you
just left.
doing?
We should have just left.
Are you okay?
We should have just left.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Yeah.
And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling
I
to
should've
cover
just
the
left.
surface of the room. Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
That sounds weird.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Oh, brother. Happily ever after. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
No,
Mate,
we're not.
Clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet.
Mate, we're clearly in the cabin.
We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop in last time. Now, he's clearly disorientated. I'm sure all this new info is going to come as quite a shock to him. Best if we're gentle. And right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome!
Right.
Thank you. I'm just happy to be here. Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
Uh-huh.
Well, we know that now, thanks to you. We're all so lucky to be stuck with, working with someone so well-informed. You can count on us to do things right from here on out.
This is funny.
I'm going to describe the room now.
Alright, go for
The
it.
interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there?
Nope.
That's not good.
So I'm sure the voice of the Smith basically died. He's not around anymore. He basically sacrificed himself. I don't even need to ask that. I doubt they would know, but I'll ask anyway.
Yeah, he was a bit of a loud one, wasn't he? Is he okay?
I think he's gone, bro.
We're better off without him, if you ask me.
Yeah.
One less opinion we have to contend with. Plus, he's the one who got us into this whole mess.
True.
Is that so? Maybe there is hope for you after all, free from the bad influence of your missing friend.
Approach the mirror.
You cross the room.
I wanna see
stopping
what's
just
in this
front of
mirror,
the door
man.
To the basement. The handle is right there. Do feel free to give it a push as soon as you'd like. You couldn't see it last time. I'm sure that hasn't changed. Let's just do our thing, and if it disappears again, it disappears again. See what? What are you on about? Oh, I think I know this one. It's either a mirror, or it's nothing. Depends who you ask. What? Just ignore him. You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle.
Nothing.
Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet.
Okay.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, it doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Don't worry about it, boss. You're doing great.
This is funny.
I'm not, but I appreciate the encouragement. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
Something is in her nature to make her look like that.
Her voice, gentle and warm, with
I'm
an
talking about the evil
undercurrent of
version.
fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets.
Okay.
Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used
I'm gonna
to.
go upstairs, have a nice
like to have
dinner
dinner.
table, and it's gonna be
Dinner
like
sounds nice.
eating carcass or something.
Gotta say, I'm with him on this one, boss. When have nice things ever been a problem? That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Alright, proceeding up the stairs.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful.
Throne, you can't
Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light,
Something
just
else is
enough to
behind.
illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry
behind
and
her?
courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room.
So this is
The
me
princess
paired
seated
with
at
her
its
in
far
these
end.
drawings. Interesting. Yeah.
Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Yeah, that is easy, isn't it? So, where's the rush?
Right, because I want to know what's that thing behind her.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words
Be
leave her
nice.
mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Ooh.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Interesting. You mentioned dinner at the stairs.
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
What's that shadow, bro? Tell me what that's about.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Mm.
Am I ever? And look at this spread. It's a feast fit for a king.
That's funny.
Yeah, and after everything we've been through, we could use a break.
This is
More
funny.
than that, we deserve a break.
Refuse her hospitality. That's messed up.
You
This could
begin
also
to
be poison,
feast,
but hey.
and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your
This
tongue.
is a long episode.
You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels.
Alright.
This really is perfect, isn't it?
Right. Like, huh?
It is the best meal you've ever had.
Interesting.
But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Oh.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid
Oh,
before
nah. What?
you. The food is good. Again. You tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems.
I feel like she's just waiting us
But
out,
you've
but
done
why
this
keep
already.
feeding us?
A good meal is still a good meal, and we didn't even have to clear the dishes. I'm happy. And then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Oh, so we're just gonna loop this forever.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is
All
fine,
right.
the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too.
Oh, is it losing?
You finish
It's
your
losing
goblet,
its
the liquid
taste.
within no longer glimmering on your
It's,
palate
it's
instead,
losing its good
leaving your
taste,
mouth
or he's full.
coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. Well, food is food, isn't it? Can't always be amazing. What matters is that we don't have to make it. Getting other people to do the hard work always improves the taste. Does it? Because it seems like the taste is
It's
getting,
getting worse. That's what I
We
was
haven't
supposed
had
to
to
say.
so much as lift a finger. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
Interesting.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast.
Bro,
And again,
I want to get to the shadow!
the meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing.
Interesting.
I'm so tired of eating.
Yeah, it's not. I'm sure that's not
It's
something
still
I'll taste
free
good.
food we didn't have to make, right? Oh, am I kidding? We were eating like kings and now we're eating like pigs. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
True.
I'm so tired of this.
Staying here.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Not a fan of whatever just happened. I don't want to sit in the dark. Losers sit in the dark.
What?
I want to sit in a brightly lit, spacious room where we can see our beautiful, queenly wife.
Okay.
As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
Interesting. I want to know about the shadow. I really don't care about everything else. I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
Who's him? Wait, who's him? Yeah, you said who? You said he. Who's he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
Oh, so she does have a voice.
Is she talking about a real voice? Like us? But we're at the head of the table. We should be in charge. Is he more powerful than we are?
She has her own narrator or something. Let's see. Yeah, you got something to say, bro?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. Giving us the cold shoulder, I say, asserting his dominance in the power structure. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
Okay.
He says his words are just for me. But he wants me to ask, isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired, and I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
This isn't fair. If I could just talk to him for 2 seconds, I'm sure we could sort this out and figure out a balanced power structure that works better for everyone. But no, he's decided he's above talking to little guys like us, huh?
Pretty much. I think that's the part of herself that gets very dark, very mean, very fast. She said there's bits and pieces of her, and I'm sure that is also something. Well, we ate, so now what?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
Okay, I'm down.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
Okay.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Great, we don't even have a rule book. That means we can make up as many rules as we want. And we will. Don't worry, I am excellent at cheating.
Why do we
She'll
need to
never suspect
cheat,
a thing.
bro? It's just us.
I don't think it really matters. This all kind of feels like we're just filling time, you know? What, you don't want to win? To show our prowess in all avenues and accumulate respect? Wow, you would be hopeless without me. Count your lucky stars
Brother,
I'm here.
bro, no, brother, no.
You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go.
That's crazy.
And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed,
There should be
and
a
the
let her
tragic
win option.
lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. She only made us start over because we were winning.
It doesn't matter. Just don't
Time
die.
passes. You play the game. You win. Boom. And there you have it. What did I tell you? Am I great at games or am I great at games?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Okay.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
She wants to leave,
There
bro.
is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
Yeah, she wants to leave, bro.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple.
This is
We can
so
make it
interesting
fun
to me. Like, I'm enamored right now.
The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination.
Are we, like, sinking into despair while playing a game?
Winning and losing become nothing but ends. And even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish.
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
That's fine.
As the words leave the princess's
Oh.
mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
Okay.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
So she's talking to the shadow.
This is awful.
Yeah.
Isn't it great that we're all having such a lovely time together? We just have to stay positive and realize how happy we are. Then all of those lights will stay on and keep showing us all the cool stuff we have.
Right.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, we're playing with time here. Hold on, I'm gonna save this one too. There's a lot of angles here. I want to see if I can let her leave. I want to know what happens if we slay her and all that. You know what? I'm gonna call it right here for a part. Line's getting kind of long. When we come back, we'll start right where we left